Welcome. This is Lori Kearney, and today is, what day is it today? June 18th. So we are doing a 60-minute gentle yoga flow. So we're going to be starting on our bottoms here. So just come to your mat and find something that's comfortable for you to sit. So maybe your legs are crossed in front, maybe your legs are out in front of you, but we just want to have it so it's comfortable. And we'll be able to move around a little bit. Maybe take the flesh from underneath you here. And have your body nice and tall. So belly button is going towards your spine. Inhale your shoulders up. And then exhale, roll them back down. And think about like you have like a string and it's coming from your head. And it's one long line from the top of your head to the bottom of your spine. So when you think of that one long line, it engages your core as we just stand nice and tall. Your hands can be on your knees or they can be palm up for receiving. So whichever feels good to you. And just close your eyes here as we center. And just start to notice your breath. You don't need to alter it yet. Just notice the rise and the fall of your belly. And together we're going to unite our breath. So exhale all the air from your lungs. Inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. One more time, just like that. Inhale through the nose, nice and big and deep. Open out, exhale. Let everything go. And now inhale through the nose. And seal the lips and exhale through the nose. If it feels comfortable in your body, continue to breathe in and out through your nose. This is called an Ujjayi pranayama breath that creates heat within our body. So at any time, if you feel overheated, open the mouth to let that heat release. But we're warming up our muscles and listen to that breath. How can you find it more audible, that you can hear that breath? So as you inhale, you're listening to that. And as you exhale, it's almost like we have a slight constriction to the back of the throat. Sounds like maybe a light snore, ocean waves. And listen to that. And let that be your guide for today. That our mind, so much chatter all day, and there's been so much that we can worry about that's happening in our environment right now. But when we can just settle in and focus in on our breath and be right where we are, we find peace. We find that in that here and that now, we find that joy. There's a lot of uncertainty that's happening, but we can find that what we can do is can control our own actions. And by adding yoga, by adding meditation, by adding mindfulness, we are helping to reduce the anxiety of worry, of the unknown, and just to feel to be that human being. I'm just going to do a little body scan here. So just bring your intention to your toes and to your feet. Maybe you'll feel a little tingling. Just bring your attention now to your ankles and your shins and your calves, to your knees and your thighs. Relax your hips and your pelvic bowl. Relax your stomach and your back. And bring your attention to your upper back. And just feel any tension roll off your shoulders. Relaxing your chest, and your arms, and your elbows, and your wrists. Relaxing your hands and your fingers. Tension up to your neck. Relaxing it into your jaw. Maybe just slightly open your mouth. Your tongue can go behind your teeth if you like. Relax the cheeks, your eyes. Relax the space between your eyebrows, your forehead. Relax your ears and your entire head. Now just feel this energy just go all over your body. Feel that relaxation. Know that at any time you have the ability to have this feeling for yourself. So when you feel anxious and you're not feeling grounded, you're full of worry, come back to your breath. Come back to the sensation of bringing that relaxation to our bodies. Now bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your chest. And on your next inhale, come in, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. One more time, just like that. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the nose. Now, option to bring your hands onto your knees or to your sides, your fingers tented, coming into a neck stretch. You can open your eyes or you can keep them closed. And just bring your right ear down to your right shoulder. We have lots of options with neck stretches, so listen to your body and what feels best for you. Would you like to take that right hand and place it on top of your head, touching maybe your left ear, nice and gentle here? You can keep your left fingers tented right where they are, and I already feel a stretch, you may too. If you would like to take it further, you can flex the left hand and push it away. I might wanting to say right now, no more chocolate cake. I still have birthday cake in my freezer. No more of it. And now you can do some circles, maybe 3 or 4 times going forward. So you can tell when we do the flexion of the hand, now we're having this tension stretch all the way from your fingers, your forearm, your arm, all the way to your neck. And now just hold in one spot where it feels good for you. And send the breath to the neck, to the shoulder, to your forearm, to wherever you feel that. And now circle backwards. You can make these circles big or small. Every body is unique, right? So we have to listen to what's going on with us. Every day is unique. And again, maybe if you are doing this, you just hold it in a spot. Flex the fingers up as far to the ceiling as you can. Finding that breath to send it to the stretch. And now gently lower both hands down to your knees or tenting them to the ground on each side of you. And roll your chin nice and slowly down towards your chest. As we stay here, align your spine once again, nice and straight. Think of that nice tall spine, and then roll the left ear toward the left shoulder. And once again, you can stay right here. If this feels good, enjoy that stretch. Option to take the left hand onto your ear, to the side of your head, and we're giving it just a light pressure, not much at all. And then the option with the right hand, if you like, you can flex the hand and push it away. You can stay here, or again, another option, you can maybe do some circles going forward. And just see like what feels best for you. Do you like small circles? Do you like big circles? Do you want to keep that movement going, or do you want to hold it? Just breathe wherever you are. And now going backwards, if you have your hand flexed and you're doing the circles, how can you flex your fingers even further towards your face, towards the sky, and just holding it in that spot? Engaging your Uddiyana, your Bandha, your belly lock. So bringing that belly button to the spine with all of these. Now lightly bringing your hands down to your side or to your knees. And then once again, roll the chin nice and slow down to your chest. And nice and slow, if it feels good within your body, we're going to inhale the chin up towards the sky. If this does not feel good in your body, just stop with where it feels good. And then lower the chin back to center. We're going to be looking over the right shoulder, so nice tall spine to set up. And then bring the gaze over your right shoulder. Maybe you're looking behind you. Coming back to center. And now towards the left. Bring that gaze over the shoulder. and back to center. And now having your hands in your sides, if they're not already there, inhale the hands up, exhale, float them down. Just letting the movement flow with our breath, beautiful. Inhale up, and exhale down. One more time, inhale up, exhale, let the hands float down. Adding on here, inhale up. And now float the right hand down, left hand up and over, and just hold here. Feel that left hip ground, look underneath the left arm. And cartwheel the hands over to the other side, left hand down, right hand up and over. Your right hip may want to pop up, so keep that grounded. Open up the shoulders. And now we're gonna flow here 2 times. So as you inhale, come up. And as you exhale, float to the other side. Inhale up, exhale over. Last set here, inhale, the arms float up. And on the exhale, stretch to the side. Inhale up, exhale over. Listen here, inhale, both hands up. Bring your palms together and exhale the hands to heart center. Hold here. Press the fingers against each other. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Press the left hand against the right hand. We're using that upper body strength. And now inhale your chest closer towards your thumbs. And as you exhale, just relax. One more breath here. Inhale, chest towards the thumbs. And on your next exhale, interlace your fingers together. Elbows come up towards the sky. Inhale, elbows down to a T. And now exhale, push your hands away from you. Make a nice round spine here. And inhale, hands come up and gaze comes up towards the hands and hold here. Reach through the fingers, through the arms, the spine. We're elongating through that upper body. And exhale, bring the hands down behind you. We have 2 options here. The first option, or for both options, fingers are behind you, fingers towards the back of your mat. We're gonna lift the hips up. So inhale, lift the hips up. Maybe your head goes back. And exhale, lowering down. Option 2, just keep your hands where they are and open up the chest by bringing the chest forward, shoulder blades together, head goes up as high as it can. And exhale, coming down. Now switch out your legs to the other side if they are crossed in front or into a different position. Always an option to put a blanket, a pillow, a block underneath you to help with anything, especially if you are on a hardwood floor at home. And inhale, come up, bring your palms together, and exhale to heart center. Flowing here, one breath, one movement. Inhale, interlace the fingers together. And exhale, push the hands away. Inhale, hands come up, gaze goes up. And exhale, bring the hands behind you. Do what option feels best here. We'll do it 2 times. So inhale, maybe you just lift the chest, shoulder blades together. Exhale down. Option 2, lifting the hips. Maybe your head comes back. Exhale, lowering back down. And bring your hands onto your knees, coming into a cat-cow flow. Inhale, neutral spine. And exhale for cat. Round your spine. Belly button goes towards the spine. Inhale for cow pose. Belly is going forward, chest forward, shoulder blades together. One more set here. Exhale, round your spine. Maybe even use your hands for strength on your knees. And inhale as big as you can make it for cow. Coming back into neutral spine. We're going to be coming into cat-cow circle. If you want to move your legs in any different spot, feel free to do so. So inhale, neutral spine. Exhale for cat. And now bring your body over to the left side. And then inhale, forward. Coming into these circles and go as big or as small as you want to make it. Keep your butt on the ground if that's possible. Continue to rotate around and just close your eyes and go inward. How does this feel in your body today? For me, I always feel this tension release in my spine, or maybe being at my computer too much. And now just going the opposite way. So going the circles, going towards the left. And just see with your own body, like, do you want to make these small? Do you want to be big? Do you want to hang on to your knees? Yoga is all about you. This is your time. This is your class. I guide you. But it's all about what feels best in your body. And we'll go in one more time here around. And then coming back to center. We're going to be coming into a tabletop pose next. So just cross at your ankles and come into a tabletop pose. In tabletop pose, we have the fingers spread nice and wide, almost like we're in sand here. And the wrists are underneath the elbows, which are underneath the shoulders. Your knees are underneath the hips. Your toes can be onto the ground here. So we're going to come in just 2 sets of cat and cow in this posture. Our spine is warmed up. Now inhale, neutral spine, belly button towards the spine. And then exhale, cat pose. Push your mat away. Use the hands and the feet to push in. Inhale for cow pose. Really use that space to bring your gaze up. Exhale, last time for cat here. Push that mat away. Feel that belly button going towards the spine. Gaze towards the belly button. And inhale for cow pose. Coming back to a neutral spine. Preparing for lateral cat and cow. So bring your gaze over your left shoulder and look at your left foot. We're making a side C. Inhale, back to center. Now to the right. Look over that right shoulder, looking at, or left, here we go. We're looking at the right foot. Inhale, back to center. Last set, looking over the left arm. Going as much as you can to make that small C shape. Coming back to center. And now maybe towards the right, maybe making a U shape this side. And inhale, coming back to center. And now bring your left foot onto your mat, leg is straight, and push that heel back. So we're stretching out the calf muscle here. And bring some movement now to your toes and your ankles. So maybe do some circles in one direction and the other direction. And inhale the left leg up. Engage the core. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bring the left foot out to the side. Inhale back. Exhale, left leg out. One more time here. Inhale. Exhale, widen. Inhale, straight. And then exhale, return the knee down. Coming onto the other side. Bring your right toes onto your mat and just again push the heel back as far as you can. Fingers are spread wide and we're pressing into the palms. And I'll make some movement to move the foot in circles one direction and the other direction. And then lifting that right leg up. Just lowering the right hip down. Flexing it. You can stay here. We're getting a lot of core work just with holding it up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, widen the right leg out towards your side. Inhale, bring back. Exhale, out to the side. Last time here. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, out to the side. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale, bring the knee back down. We're going to come into an extended child's pose. So bring your knees out as far as it feels good to you. Big toes together to touch. And then sink your hips down. This is another place where you can have a blanket or block underneath you. Or you can have a blanket or block underneath your head. So walk your hands out as far as it feels good in front of you. Or you can stack your hands in fists and put your forehead onto your hands. And breathe here. You've lost sight of your breath, just continue to bring it back. The breath is something we do all day long without even thinking. So bring that attention to the breath. And just wiggle around here with your hips, just slightly. Just working on loosening up the hips. Maybe you're just going side to side, an inch here, an inch there, moving your shoulders. Do what feels good here. Coming into a side stretch, walk your hands over to the left side. And nice and slow with the walk, and your hands can be side by side, or maybe one is on top of the other. Your head can be down. Try to keep that right hip grounded. Send the breath to your right side body. And walk the hands back to center, and now all the way over to the right side. Ground through that left hip, and send your breath all the way over to that left side, through the arm, through the side of the body, through your left hip. And coming back to center. Inhale, tabletop pose. Coming into thread the needle. So inhale your right hand up nice and high, and make a fist, and rotate your wrist one direction, and then the other direction. And make two big circles with your arm forward, and two big circles backwards. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale, thread the needle. Right arm goes underneath your body. Right shoulder, right ear to the ground. The left hand can stay on the mat and press against your body to increase the twist. Or you can tense your left fingers up towards the mat. You can interlace the fingers together and push away. Or you can bring the left hand all the way around, maybe onto your back or to your right leg. But wherever you are on this twist, inhale to lengthen. And on the exhale, let your breath help you twist farther to release those toxins that stay static in our body. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, release. And now bring your left hand back to your mat for support. Inhale the right hand up. And exhale, lowering it back down. Inhale the left hand up. And make a fist with it, and just go one way and the other way, getting some range of motion for our wrist. And then going two big circles forward with the arm, and two big circles back. Inhale, reach the left hand up high. And exhale, thread the needle. Left shoulder on the ground, right hand onto the mat. Again, do what feels right for you. If you want to tense your fingers, interlace the fingers, or bind it around the back or all the way to your left leg. It's good to do the same thing on both sides. And feel that you have equal weight distribution on both knees. Do you feel one hip is going down, or do you feel that they are even? Again, focus on your breath. Whenever we exhale, we're going farther into our twist. And on every inhale, we're feeling the spine grow longer. So one more breath here. Turn your right hand back to the mat and inhale the left hand up as high as you can go. And then exhale, lowering down. We're going to prepare for our first down dog of the class. So curl your toes under and just hover your knees off the ground for just one breath here. And now with control, bring your hips up towards the sky. Your knees do not need to be straight here. The feet are hip distance as well as the hands. And just start walking the dog, doing a nice deep bend in the right knee. And then a nice deep bend with the left knee. Feel that you're sticking like your tailbone up towards the sky. Belly button is going towards the sky as well. The fingers are into the sand. Fingers are spread nice and wide. And we're pushing down with our thumbs and our index finger and that padding in between. The more we use our core here, the less strain it is on our shoulders and on our wrists. And now together, inhale up on your tippy toes. And exhale, send the heels to the right back corner of your mat. Inhale up onto your tippy toes and send the heels to your back left corner of your mat. Up on the tippy toes, and then exhale, send them down. The heels do not need to be touching. We're just guiding them that way. And now inhale, look at the top of the mat, and walk your feet up towards your hands. They're going to be hip distance apart. I'm going to tuck in my shirt here. If you can be as wide as you would like. You know, I like to put 2 fists between my legs and make sure I have lots of space here. The knees are back, and we're hanging over to elongate the spine here. So lots of different options here. So one option, you can interlace your hands into your elbows, so we side to side of figure 8. Option 2, you can interlace your fingers and put them behind the nape of your neck. This is going to help elongate the spine even more. Option 3, you can interlace your hands behind your back. Maybe your hands go up towards the side, maybe they even go up towards the front of your mat. Wherever you are, just keep a nice bend in your knees. If you have your hands and elbows gripped, just go in the opposite grip, the opposite way here. Our spines do not need to press as we age. We just need to do stretches that do the opposite, right? We need to elongate the spine. And now everyone just bring your hands down to the ground and slowly for count of 6, come up to stand. So bend the knees, engage your quads and your hamstrings. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up to stand. Feel free to take a sip of water here before we come into our flow. So our feet are about hip distance apart here. In ground down, we have 4 corners to each foot. So really feel that groundness that we're grounding down. And we are lifting up on the kneecaps, which engages the quads. The pelvic is turned up. So we don't want to have that big sway in the back. We're tucking it under to keep that nice and straight, which to engage our core. Hands can be down the side, fingers spread. Inhale your shoulders up towards your ears. And now exhale, roll them back down. Bring your gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale, mountain pose. Bring your hands up. If you would like to engage your arms, bring your pinkies inward. So your palms are facing towards the back of the room, and that helps to engage the arms. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand down, left hand up and over for a side twist or side stretch. Inhale, up to mountain pose. Exhale, left hand down, right hand up and over. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. You can cactus your arms or your hands on your back. Gaze goes up towards the ceiling, hips are forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands through heart center or swan dive all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift and hold here. Halfway lift, the hands are either on your upper thighs or on your shins, just anywhere but not your knees. We're bringing that belly button up toward the spine. So this is a core exercise. And the neck isn't up here and it's not like this. The neck is nice and straight with the spine. So we're working on the shoulders and the core, the spine, the entire upper body. And exhale, coming down to forward fold. One more time here, coming up for a count of 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As your hands are by your sides, float them up. Inhale up. Flowing here, one breath, one movement. Exhale to the right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale to the left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Cactus your arms. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to heart center or swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Gaze is down. Exhale, bring your hands down, coming into plank or modified plank. So knees are on the ground for modified. If you want to take the challenge, bring your knees off the ground. We're lowering down for 6. So nice and slow and elbows towards the back of your room. So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Preparing for baby cobra. So flip your toes. So like if you had shoes on, your shoelaces would be firmly into the ground so hard that your knees are off the ground. Fingers are spread wide underneath your shoulders, and we're just using the palm of your hand pressing towards your feet. So together, inhale, bring your shoulders up, press into the mat with your feet and the palms of your hands. We're going to continue to stay here. You got this. Palms of the hands going down towards the feet. One more breath. And exhale, bring both hands in front of you and just place your forehead onto your hand and breathe here. Your heels can open up, your big toes together, and just take a rest. Option to wiggle your hips from side to side to loosen up the hips here. Now bring your hands underneath your body, coming into tabletop pose. Curl your feet into downward facing dog. And just paddle it out as we inhale and exhale. And inhale, look at the top of the mat. Send both feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Ground down. Reach up. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, reach the hands up high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, spine is straight. Listen here. Exhale, forward fold, bring your left knee back. We're coming into a low lunge, so you may need to actually grab your ankle, place your leg where you need it to go. Both feet are in 2 different lanes, just like cross-country skis. Your hands can be on 2 blocks, they can be on your mat, they can be on Lysol containers, whatever you have. Coming into crescent moon, so bring the left knee down to the ground. Option here, if you have a bad knee, you can roll over double your mat or bring a blanket underneath you. And now make your way as your hands are on your front leg. So you can interlace the hands here. Engage that core. We don't want to be sticking our butt out, but we're bringing it in here. Hands are on that front leg. And start to inch the right toe out a little bit more. How far can you go down? We're opening up the hips here. If you have blocks, you can put blocks on both sides of you. So see what feels best for you. And just let your hips sink down. Your back toes can be curled under or they can be flat on the ground. See what feels best for you. We carry so much tension in our hips, so this helps to release that tension that we carry here. In this pose, always make sure your front knee stays over your ankle to protect the knee. Every exhale, maybe sink down and surrender just a little bit more. We're going to be coming into an easy twist next. So if it feels good with your body, you can have a block on your left side or your hand goes to your left side. As you reach your right hand up towards the ceiling and breathe here. We're here for 3. Coming into a runner's lunge in 2 and 1. Bring both hands onto your left side. So you can stay right here. If it feels good, you can inch your right toe out to the side. You can bring a block underneath your hands, or you can bring your forearms down to a block or to the mat. So see what feels best for you. Again, we're opening up the hips. In runner's lunge, it's supposed to feel good. So see if it feels better for you when you sway, maybe do like little circles, or does it feel better when you just stay still? The left knee can stay down, or if you want more activation, you can bring that left knee up off the ground. We're here for 3. Coming into tabletop pose in 2 and 1. Swing the right knee around to tabletop pose. You may need to help it. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Curl the toes. Lift your hips up nice and high. Inhale, look at the top of the mat and send the feet up to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Listen here. Inhale, mountain pose. Ground down, reach up. Flowing here. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, baby back and hips are forward. Inhale, reach your hands up high. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to heart center or swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift, core is engaged. Listen here. Exhale, palms down and right foot back. So again, take your left hand, maybe walk that left foot up. So we are in a runner's or a low lunge with all 10 toes facing forward, and we have them in 2 different lanes. And when you feel ready, lower the right knee down to the ground, coming on to the other side. Again, option to fold your mat over or put a blanket or a pillow underneath your right knee. And now just work your way up to bring your hands onto that front thigh. Fingers can be interlaced here. Engage that core, nice and tall spine. And now if it feels comfortable, start walking your toes out further. We're stretching with our hips here, sinking the hips down. The back toe can be up or down. Sometimes I feel like my knee is activated more, so I keep my toes curled. So see what feels best for you. And with everything, and the inhales, we're elongating. And then on the exhales, we're surrendering a little bit more. And if you have the blocks or your Lysol containers, you can have your hands on both sides if that feels more steady. Or you can be next to a chair. And we're just here for 3. Coming into an easy twist in 2 and 1. Bring your right hand to a block or to a book or to the ground and reach your left hand up towards the sky. Bring your gaze up towards that left hand. Twisting from your core. We're just here for 3. Coming into runner's lunge in 2 and 1. Bring both hands onto your right side. And again, you can always have a block or a bunch of books onto your side. So you can bring your forearms down to that block if that feels comfortable. Option 2, walk the left toes out just a little bit here. Option to bring the right knee up or down. For my own body, I like to find a little bit of movement here, just like tiny little sways or tiny little circles. See what feels best. Sometimes if we have been gardening a lot or we've been doing an activity that we're not used to doing, we may need to be a little more gentle than normal because we have some tight muscles. We're just here for 3. Coming into tabletop pose in 2 and 1. Place your hands down on the ground and then just gently bring that left leg out and around, coming into tabletop pose. Curl your toes under, coming into downward facing dog. Lift your hips up as we take an inhale and an exhale. Now inhale, look at the top of the mat. Send the feet forward, hip distance. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Listen here. Inhale, ground down, reach up. Bring your palms together and exhale to heart center. We're going to be coming into star pose. So come to the side of your mat and your toes are pointed out and your heels are in. And now reach your hands up nice and high, activating every part of your body. Exhale, horse pose. Bend your knees, bring your hands to heart center. You can have a chair in front of you here. You can stay up here, whatever feels best. We're stretching through the hips, activating the muscles in the legs, maybe sway side to side. Now bring your hands to your legs as you inhale, straighten your spine. And then exhale, bring your left shoulder forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right shoulder forward. Inhale, star pose, so straighten your legs. Exhale, warrior two to the front of the room, or to front of your mat. So bring your left foot parallel or a little bit towards your upper left-hand corner of the mat. Right toes are going forward. Hands can be either at your hips or out to a T. And just bring your left hand back just a little bit more, so we don't want to be too far forward. The spine is in one long line. With this, our engagement is going on in the core, and we're twisting. So our gaze is going towards the right hand, but our body is twisting. And I'll make a straighten your legs and just make some movement here with that front leg, keeping that knee over the ankle here. And now inhale, reverse warrior. Bring the right hand up. Left hand is back, reaching through that right side body. Exhale, side angle. Right hand or right forearm to the right thigh. Left hand up and over. The left hand can be up at the sky. It can be over your face. The left hip is pointing down. And we're just going to flow here. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, star pose. Coming into wide-legged forward fold. So parallel your feet. Bring your hands to your waist. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale with the flat back, hinge forward. You may want to have your block in front of you or books so that your hands can reach something, or maybe they touch the ground. If they touch the ground, you can also touch your ankles or your legs, anywhere you want. This is your time to do what feels right for you here. Bring the pressure onto your ball mounts and engage your quads and hamstrings. Maybe wiggle your hips just slightly here. Option to walk your hands to each side. So maybe if you want, you can walk your hands over to the left side, left leg. An option to walk your hands to the other side. Back forward. And now inhale, halfway lift. So hands are tented, belly button towards spine. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your hands back to your hips. Engage the core to stand up. We're coming to the flow now on the left side. So you may, depending on where your mat is, be facing the back of the room. So now bring the left toes towards the back of your mat, facing forward, and your knee is bent, and your hands are out to a T. And just find movement with that front leg first. Just bring it straight and then coming down. Whatever movement feels good. Again, Uddiyana Bandha, making sure the core is engaged with all the warrior poses. Gaze over the left hand, but your body is facing the side. Inhale here. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach the left hand up, right hand back. Reaching straight up with that left hand, little to no movement with the back hand. And exhale, side angle. Left forearm onto your left thigh and reach the right hand up towards the sky or over. With all of these poses, you can have a chair behind you for support. You can have a wall behind you, anything that feels better. That's for you. Now we're going to flow here. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Last time, exhale, side angle. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips and now bring your feet forward. Coming into mountain pose, our last mountain pose of class. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, and we're coming down to the mat. So bring your hips to the left to the right side, and bring both legs forward, coming into staff pose. So if you have a strap, you can use a strap or a scarf or a towel, anything like that, or you can use your hands. So inhale, bring your hands straight up, and exhale, hinge forward. Maybe your hands are onto your sides, onto your legs, maybe reach the foot, or again, you have a strap here. And the inhale, lengthen. On the exhale, release down. 2 more breaths here. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last breath, inhale to lengthen. And just release down. And coming up with the spine, we're going to go rolling all the way down to our mat. So if it feels good in your back, you can bring your hands forward and just slowly lower down using the core here. And now bend both knees so that your feet are flat on the ground. Your hands are by your side, and you can feel the heels with your hands. Coming into 2 sets of bridge pose. So inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, lower back down. Gonna hold this one longer. Inhale, lift the hips up. Now press your chin away from your chest, but your chest is going up towards your chin. Lift your shoulders, ground them as you lift the chest up. We're just here for 3, lowering down in 2, and 1, lowering all the way down to the ground. Coming into supine pigeon pose, figure 4. Bring your right ankle onto your left thigh. You can stay here. If this feels good, maybe you put your right hand onto your right thigh to help press it out. If you would like more, bring the left leg off the ground, interlace your fingers underneath the left thigh, and press the left thigh towards your body. Your right elbow can be pressing on the outside of the right leg. Flex both feet to protect your knees, and send your breath to your right hip. Listen to your breath here. One more breath. Now release both feet down to the ground if they're up. Coming on to the other side. The left ankle is onto your right leg. Left knee is out. Again, the left hand can press down against the left leg. If you're not feeling much here, then lift your right leg off the ground so it's parallel with your mat. Your hands can interlace and go underneath your right leg, and your left elbow may want to press the left leg out. Again, flex both your feet as you press that right leg closer towards your chest. Feel that stretch happening in the left hip. Focus in on sending your breath there to release. And now release the left foot from the right ankle. And coming into happy baby. So bring your knees out to the sides. Feet can be up towards the ceiling. Your hands are on your inner thighs or your shins, or maybe they go towards the soles of your feet. Put a smile on your face because we're happy. And just switch side to side here. You can play around. This is another one that's a feel-good pose. So do what feels best for you. The spine needs to stay on the ground. Keep it grounded. Maybe you straighten the legs just a little bit on each side. Play around here. Wind relieving pose is next. So straighten that left leg, but keep the right knee bent. Wrap your hands around the right shin and squeeze the right knee into the right shoulder. Make some movement with the toes and the ankle. Rotate it one direction and the other direction. Preparing for supine twist. Bring your right arm out to a T. And your left hand is going to help your right leg up and over for the twist. Your gaze can be up, or maybe it goes over that right hand. You can close your eyes to help surrender. Round both shoulders down towards your mat. Your right knee does not need to be touching the ground. Gravity is doing its work here. And inhale back up to center. And now switch to the other leg. Take the right leg long, left knee into the left shoulder. Wrap your hand around the left shin as they interlace and squeeze that left knee into the armpits. So we're avoiding the ribcage here. Really making some movement here now with your toes, your ankle one direction and the other direction. Bring your left hand out to a T to prepare for a spinal twist. Right hand on the left thigh as it helps it to go up and over. Maybe you move your hip just a little bit, your right hip, to help keep them stacked. So the left hip is on top of the right hip. Again, if you can keep both shoulders grounded, that's part of the goal. The right knee, the left knee doesn't need to be touching. The gaze can be up or make it over that left hand. I always like to close my eyes here to help surrender, to help just let this pose be, not work so hard in this pose. Inhale back up to center. Now bring both knees in above your hips and just roll around a little bit. Just give a little back massage, almost like you have like colored pencils on your knees and you're drawing circles on the ceiling going one direction and then going the other direction. Just give that nice massage, lower back, giving it some love. One more rotation here. And bring your knees in, coming into a tight little ball, hands on your shins. And now squeeze your knees and your nose together here as tight as you can. The biggest inhale, clasp. And then exhale, Shavasana. Take as much space as you would like on your mat. You can keep your legs straight, or if that doesn't feel good in your lower back, and bend your knees and bring your feet to the ground. Your knees can be straight up, or you can have your feet as wide as your mat and then bring your knees in together, fallen bridge. You want to have the back onto the mat. Roll your shoulders under just a little bit to lift your heart up towards the sky. Shavasana is always known as the hardest pose of yoga. It's where we not only still the body, but we still the mind. Your mind starts to wander, that's okay. There's no judgment. You're all doing it right. Just maybe bring it to your breath and to say to yourself, I am inhaling. I am exhaling. You're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as it serves you. If you are ready to be guided out, start bringing some movement back to your toes, your fingers. And then bring your chin towards your right shoulder and your left shoulder. And come into a big stretch here. So bring your legs long, pointing the toes, and you bring your hands overhead and take a huge inhale. Open, exhale. One more time, just like that. Inhale to lengthen. Open up, exhale, let it go. Now bend your knees. Come into a fetal position at your right or your left side. Use your arm and pillow. And shower yourself with gratitude for showing up today. Took time to replenish your soul. We need to have that self-care. That so often it's so much easier for us to take care of other people. But we're more able to take care of others when we are taking care of ourselves. So the most selfless thing we can do is to show up, to take care of ourselves, to be the best that we can be. And now make your way up into an easy seated pose, just as we started class. And legs can be crossed, and they can be in any comfortable position. Hands to your sides, and together, inhale the hands up. Bring your palms together and lower the thumbs to your forehead to remind us of good, kind, and loving thoughts. And lower the thumbs to the mouth to remind us of kind and loving words to others. And lower the thumbs to our hearts, that we always may see the love and the kindness in ourselves and in each other. The light and the teacher and the student in me respects and honors the light and the teacher and the student in each one of you. Thank you so much for showing up today and for letting me guide you on this class. It's always my honor to do so. We bow our heads to seal the class. And together we say, namaste. So much, you guys, for joining today.